Let's begin with this profound question. What if everything you've been taught about time, space, and reality is incomplete? What if the limitations you feel in your life, the obstacles, the stuckness, the feeling that things take forever to change, are not a reflection of who you are, but a reflection of how you've been conditioned to perceive reality? What if, instead of crawling through life step by step, you could leap into a new version of yourself, a new timeline, a new reality, almost instantly? That's what we're here to explore today. Quantum leaping. It's not just a concept, it's a practice, a way of living, and a transformational tool that can shift your reality faster than you ever thought possible. Now, to understand quantum leaping, we first need to talk about the nature of reality itself. Most of us experience life as linear. One moment flows into the next. One action leads to a result. One year builds upon the last. But quantum physics has shown us that reality isn't truly linear. At the quantum level, particles don't move in straight lines. They jump. They leap from one state to another without passing through the space in between. This phenomenon, called a quantum leap, defies the rules of classical physics and opens up a whole new way of understanding the universe and ourselves. Here's the mind-blowing part. You are not separate from this quantum reality. You are part of it. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy interact with the quantum field, shaping your experience of life moment by moment. And just like particles, you too can leap from one state of being to another without needing to go through every incremental step. You don't need to slowly become the person you want to be. You can be that person right now. The only thing standing in your way is your attachment to the old version of yourself, the version that believes change must be gradual, difficult, and effortful.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Let me ask you, who do you believe you are right now? What stories are you telling yourself about your identity, your limitations, your possibilities? Because those stories, more than any external circumstance, are what determine the reality you experience. If you believe you're stuck, you'll feel stuck. If you believe success takes years of struggle, that will be your experience. But if you're willing to question those beliefs, to release the old narratives and step into a new one, you open the door to quantum leaping. So how do we do it? How do we shift from the old version of ourselves into a new, expanded reality? It starts with a radical realization. There is no such thing as time in the quantum field. Time as we experience it, a past, a present, and a future, is a construct of the human mind. In the quantum realm, all possibilities exist simultaneously. Every version of you, past, present, and future, already exists. The version of you who is thriving, joyful, and abundant is just as real as the version of you who feels stuck or limited. The question isn't, how do I get there? The question is, how do I align with that version of myself right now? To align with your desired reality, you need to embody it. This is where most people get it wrong. They think they need to wait for external circumstances to change before they can feel different. I'll feel abundant when I have more money. I'll feel confident when I achieve my goals. I'll feel loved when I find the right partner. But the truth is, it works the other way round. You must feel abundant, confident, and loved first. You must become a vibrational match to the reality you want to experience. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the version of you who has already made the leap. See yourself living the life you desire. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you surrounded by? But don't stop at the visual. Go deeper. How does this version of you feel? What's the energy they carry? What beliefs do they hold about themselves and the world? What decisions do they make on a daily basis? The more vividly you can connect with this future version of yourself, the more you can begin to embody their energy right now. Here's the secret. Quantum leaping isn't about becoming something you're not. It's about remembering who you already are. At your core, you are infinite potential. You've simply been conditioned to forget. Every time you align with the energy of your desired reality, you're collapsing the quantum field into a new timeline. You're choosing a new version of yourself, a new experience of life. And the more you practice this alignment, the more effortlessly your external reality begins to shift to match it. But let's be real. This isn't always easy. Your old self, the version of you that's tied to your current reality, will resist. It will cling to the familiar even if the familiar is uncomfortable. It will whisper things like, "This isn't possible," or "Who do you think you are to dream this big?" This resistance is normal. It's part of the process. But it's also an opportunity to grow. Every time you feel that resistance, ask yourself, is this fear coming from the version of me I'm leaving behind, or the version of me I'm stepping into? And then choose. Choose to align with the future version of yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Let me share a personal story. There was a time in my life when I felt completely stuck. I knew I wanted more, but I couldn't see how to get there. I was trying to change my reality by working harder, doing more, pushing myself to the limit, but nothing was working. Then I discovered the concept of quantum leaping, and everything changed. Instead of focusing on how to get to my desired reality, I started focusing on who I needed to become to live it. I began visualizing the version of myself who was already there, how they thought, felt, and acted. And then I started embodying that version of myself in small but profound ways. I made different decisions. I showed up differently. And almost overnight, my reality began to shift. Opportunities appeared out of nowhere. The right people came into my life. Things that once felt impossible suddenly felt effortless. Now, I want you to reflect on this. What version of yourself are you ready to let go of? What version of yourself are you ready to step into? Because the truth is, you are one decision away from a new reality. The quantum leap isn't some distant goal. It's a choice you make in the present moment. And the more you align with that choice, the faster your external reality will catch up. Now that you understand the foundational principles of quantum leaping, it's time to apply them in your daily life. Let me ask you, what would it feel like to live every moment as though you've already stepped into your desired reality? Quantum leaping is not about a single fleeting decision. It's about embodying a new version of yourself with every thought, every emotion, and every action you take. It's about practicing alignment so consistently that your external world has no choice but to shift in response. The first key to this practice is clarity. Without a clear vision, you're leaping into the dark. You need to know exactly what you're aiming for. Vague desires like, "I want to be happy," or "I want a better life," won't cut it. Get specific. Take a moment to ask yourself, who is the version of me that I want to become? What does their life look like? What kind of energy do they carry? What beliefs do they hold? What do they feel like when they wake up in the morning? The clearer you can make this vision, the easier it will be to align with it. Don't worry about perfection. Just focus on creating a vivid picture that resonates deeply with you. Once you're clear on your vision, the next step is to embody it. This is where the magic happens. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel different, you must start feeling different now. You can't wait for abundance to feel abundant. You can't wait for love to feel loved. The universe mirrors your internal state, not your external wishes. Ask yourself, how does my future self have? What beliefs about the world do they hold? How do they respond to challenges? What kind of energy do they radiate? Begin to practice these thoughts, emotions, and behaviors right now, even if they feel unfamiliar or awkward at first. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about connecting to the truth of who you already are at your core. Each morning, take a few moments to connect with your future self. Close your eyes and visualize your desired reality as vividly as you can. Don't just see it, feel it. Feel the joy, the confidence, the peace, or the excitement that comes with living that life. Then ask yourself, what energy do I need to carry today to align with this reality? Carry that energy with you throughout the day. Let it inform your decisions, your actions, and even your posture. As you move through the day, pay attention to the small decisions you make. Every choice is an opportunity to align with your future self. Ask yourself, what would the version of me who has already made the leap do in this situation? Maybe it's choosing to approach a challenge with calm instead of frustration. Maybe it's deciding to invest in yourself instead of hesitation. Maybe it's simply walking into a room with confidence instead of hesitation. These micro choices may seem small, but they add up. They create momentum. They shift your energy toward the timeline you want to embody. Of course, there will be moments when you feel out of alignment. Maybe doubt creeps in, or fear takes over, or old habits resurface. When this happens, pause, breathe, take a moment to recalibrate. Ask yourself, what energy am I emitting right now? Is it aligned with the reality I want to create? If it isn't, consciously shift your focus. You can do this by revisiting your vision, practicing gratitude, or simply taking a few deep breaths to ground yourself. The key is to return to alignment as quickly as possible, without judgment or frustration. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for quantum leaping. It shifts your energy into abundance and trust, which are essential for aligning with your desired reality. Each day, take a moment to feel gratitude, not just for what you already have, but for the reality you're stepping into. Thank the universe as if your desires are already fulfilled. Feel the joy and excitement of having arrived. This practice reinforces the belief that your desired reality is not just possible, it's inevitable. As you align with your future self, you'll notice something fascinating. You'll begin to receive intuitive nudges. These might come as sudden ideas, opportunities, or impulses to take action in ways that don't always make logical sense. This is inspired action. It's the universe guiding you toward your leap. Trust these nudges even if they feel unfamiliar or risky. They're breadcrumbs leading you to the reality you've been visualizing. The more you act on them, the more aligned you'll become, and the faster your external world will shift. Fear will inevitably show up during this process. It's a natural response to stepping into the unknown. But fear is not your enemy. It's a signal that you're moving beyond your comfort zone. When fear arises, ask yourself, is this fear protecting me, or is it keeping me small? What would my future self do in this moment? The more you confront your fear and take action anyway, the more you'll collapse the old version of yourself and step into the new. Quantum leaping is not about perfection. It's about consistency. You don't need to get it right every moment of every day. You just need to keep showing up. Every time you choose to align with your future self, you're reinforcing the vibration of your desired reality. Over time, this vibration becomes stronger, clearer, and more dominant. And as it does, your external world will begin to reflect it. Think of tuning into a radio station. At first, the signal might be faint or static-filled, but the more you adjust the dial, the clearer the signal becomes. The same is true for your energy. The more consistently you align with your future self, the stronger your connection to that reality becomes. Let me ask you, what would it feel like to live every day as though your desired reality is already yours? To wake up each morning with the unshakable belief that you are exactly where you need to be, and that everything you desire is unfolding perfectly. This isn't just a mindset, it's a way of being. And the more you embody it, the more effortlessly you'll leap into your new reality. Let me ask you something profound. What if time isn't the barrier you think it is? What if the only reason your dreams feel so far away is because you've accepted the illusion that time must pass for transformation to occur? This is the key to collapsing timelines, realizing that time is not linear but elastic. It stretches or compresses based on your alignment. Quantum leaping doesn't just bypass the need for incremental progress, it collapses the distance between the present you and the future you. The moment you fully embody the energy of the reality you desire, time ceases to be a limiting factor. The leap happens faster than logic can explain. To collapse timelines, we must challenge the way we perceive time altogether. Most of us live with a subconscious belief that change takes time. It will take years to build a successful career. It will take months to heal from this pain. It will take decades to create the life I want. But what if that belief is the very thing keeping you stuck? What if, instead of thinking in terms of how long, you started thinking in terms of how aligned? Because the truth is, time is not the determining factor in quantum leaping. Alignment is. When your energy matches the frequency of your desired reality, the universe has no choice but to reflect that reality back to you, regardless of how much time has passed. Let's break this down through the lens of energy. Imagine your desired reality as a specific vibrational frequency, like a radio station. Right now, you might be tuned into a different station, one where doubts, fears, or limiting beliefs dominate the signal. As long as your energy is tuned to this frequency, your external reality will continue to reflect it. But the moment you shift your vibration to match the frequency of your desired reality, you collapse the timeline between where you are and where you want to be. It's not about chasing your future. It's about pulling it into the present by stepping into alignment. So how do we create this alignment? It begins with an unwavering belief that your desired reality already exists, not in some distant future, but in the infinite now. Every possible version of you, successful, abundant, healed, joyful, exists simultaneously in the quantum field. The only reason you're experiencing your current version is because your energy is tuned to it. To shift realities, you must act as though the version of you who has already arrived is the most real version. This is not about pretending or faking it. It's about embodying the truth that your future self is just as real, if not more real, than the version of you sitting here right now. One way to collapse timelines is to focus on what I call the felt sense of your future reality. Stop thinking of your dream life as a series of external outcomes: more money, a loving partner, a thriving career. Instead, focus on the internal experience of living that life. How does it feel in your body? What emotions arise? Is it peace, excitement, freedom, joy? The more you anchor yourself in these feelings, the more you signal to the universe that you are already living in that reality. And when the universe reads your energy, it responds, not to the words you say, but to the vibration you emit. Another powerful tool for collapsing timelines is surrender. This one is counterintuitive because we're conditioned to believe that effort and control are necessary for success. But quantum leaping requires the opposite. It requires trust. Surrender doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means releasing the need to control how and when they manifest. It means trusting that the universe is orchestrating everything in your favor, even if you can't see the full picture yet. The irony is that the more you let go, the faster the leap happens. Why? Because surrender removes resistance. It allows your energy to flow freely toward your desired reality, unblocked by fear, doubt, or attachment. Let me share something with you. The version of you who has already made the leap is not worrying about how long it's taking. They're not questioning whether it will happen. They're not doubting their worthiness. They're living fully in the energy of their new reality, knowing it's already theirs. So the question is, can you begin to live as that version of yourself right now? Can you act, think, and feel as though your leap has already happened, even if there's no external evidence yet? As that is the ultimate test of faith and the ultimate key to collapsing time. Here's a practice to help you embody this. Each night before you go to bed, close your eyes and imagine that your desired reality has already unfolded. Feel the gratitude, the relief, the joy of having it all right now. Don't just think about it, feel it in your body. Let those emotions wash over you until they become your dominant frequency. Then, as you drift off to sleep, repeat this mantra. It is done. It is already mine. Let this energy carry you into the quantum field, where time and space dissolve and all possibilities exist. As you do this, pay attention to how your external reality begins to shift. You might notice subtle synchronicities, a chance encounter, a sudden idea, an unexpected opportunity. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your energy is aligning with your new timeline. Follow them. Trust them. The more you lean into these moments of alignment, the more momentum you create. And before you know it, your leap will no longer feel like a leap. It will feel like the most natural thing in the world. So let me ask you, are you ready to step beyond the illusion of time? Are you ready to collapse the distance between who you are and who you're meant to be? Because the truth is, the leap isn't something you wait for, it's something you decide. And the moment you decide, the universe moves with you. Now that we've explored how to collapse timelines and shift realities, it's time to go even deeper. Let me ask you this. What if quantum leaping isn't just about achieving a dream or manifesting a better life? What if it's about remembering who you truly are? Because here's the ultimate truth. Quantum leaping isn't just a technique. It's not just a tool to create external changes. At its core, it's a spiritual awakening. It's the recognition that you are, and always have been, the creator of your reality. Everything you've ever experienced, whether consciously or unconsciously, has been shaped by you. And when you fully embody this truth, quantum leaping becomes second nature. To truly master quantum leaping, you must step into the role of the creator. But let's pause for a moment, because this isn't about control in the traditional sense. Being the creator doesn't mean forcing outcomes or micromanaging your life. It means understanding that your inner world, the energy you emit, the beliefs you hold, the emotions you cultivate, are directly shape the quantum field. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are the architect of your experience, whether you've been aware of it or not. But stepping into this role requires a radical shift in perspective. Most people go through life reacting to what they see, allowing external circumstances to dictate their energy. They look at their bank account and feel scarcity. They look at a failed relationship and feel unworthy. They look at their current life and feel stuck. But this is backwards. You cannot create a new reality while reacting to the old one. Creation starts from within. You must feel abundant before the money shows up. You must feel loved before the relationship arrives. You must feel free before the circumstances change. This isn't about denial. It's about choosing to anchor yourself in the energy of your desired reality, regardless of what's happening around you. Here's where it gets profound. The version of you who is living your dream life already exists. They are not out there in some distant future. They are right here in the quantum field, waiting for you to align with them. When you shift your energy to match theirs, you don't just step into their timeline. You merge with them. You become them. And in doing so, you unlock a power within you that has been dormant for far too long. But let's address something important. This is not about escaping the present moment. So many people approach quantum leaping as a way to get somewhere else, to escape their current reality. But this mindset creates resistance. The paradox is that you cannot leap into a new reality while rejecting the one you're in. Why? Because rejection is a form of resistance, and resistance keeps you stuck. True quantum leaping comes from a place of unconditional acceptance. It's about embracing where you are right now, while simultaneously choosing to step into something greater. This brings us to the ultimate lesson of quantum leaping. It's not about chasing outcomes, it's about becoming. The external shifts, more money, better relationships, greater opportunities, are simply reflections of who you've become on the inside. When you embody abundance, abundance flows to you. When you embody confidence, opportunities appear effortlessly. The external world is a mirror. It can only reflect back the energy you hold within. As you step into the role of creator, you might notice a profound sense of peace. This is because you're no longer waiting for something outside of you to complete you. You're no longer chasing someday. You realize that everything you've ever desired is already available to you, right here, right now, when you align with it. And from this place of alignment, you stop forcing, struggling, or doubting. You simply allow, you trust, you know. So let me ask you one final question. If you truly believe that you are the creator of your reality, what would you choose to create right now? Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Because the moment you decide, the quantum field begins to rearrange itself to match your choice. The leap isn't waiting for you. It's already happening. The only thing left to do is step into it. You are the creator. You always have been. And now, it's time to live as the version of you who knows it.